What's going on, everybody? It's Frito for CSGO Station here with a new series that I'm going to be calling the Pro Round Breakdown, because it has a cute little rhyme and we'll be breaking down pro rounds. ScreaM has played out of his skin, surging to his greatest heights yet in best consistency, best statistics, and it was really interesting to me how he was able to do that. So I dug back into the demos for ESL Pro League finals. Now, I know he had some sick play against the VP online recently, but it's online and it's VP, so I thought this might be more indicative of something. So what I found is the way that G2 have been succeeding is off the insane play of shox unlocking ScreaM. What I mean by that is shox is far more capable and a more complete CS player, if you will, at getting any frag on the map. Constantly he's fighting for entries, and he gets one there on Dennis in vents, which gives the contact play G2 are looking for to go in and challenge. Now, strangely enough, somehow, despite the fact that a player from G2 was completely peeking out of B main, Fnatic flopped the crossfire, and I'm confused as how that was even possible, but it ended up giving G2 multiple 1v1 engagements, and they just simply took them and overran the site. In no way, if you look at the mini-map at the start of the round, would you assume that G2 was going to win. When you see 3 players on B site, which almost never happens on Cash, crossfiring into B main, without any nades or anything, it's pretty amazing, and it's partially due to Fnatic misplaying that, but also simply the Terra side hitting all their shots. Now here's another notable round. ScreaM is on the boost position, looking for a pick, finds Flusha, putting his hand into the cookie jar and getting slapped for it. So ScreaM sets up to do a little bit of a mid take in order to see what he can find. Now remember, they killed one player mid, so as he creeps up onto boost and sees this player in vent in a few seconds, right there, and he almost hits him there. His crosshair was very close to even getting that kill as well, but that means that Fnatic were in a 2 mid setup, so very likely that there's max 1 or 2 on A. Now, the rotation does come in time immediately from Fnatic, but it was enough for G2 to be confident that unless they completely dropped B, that A site would be an even or at least an advantageous take to go immediately. Now, ScreaM expertly backs off from the car shot and doesn't challenge in order to get the bomb down, but he goes big balls McGruff off to challenge a head glitch. This is something that I've noticed in these demos, that ScreaM seems to play best in the scenarios where he sets himself up for audacious challenges and rises to that occasion. Oftentimes in Counter-Strike, you will understand the smartest way to play. Like, you think of that car head glitch and you say to yourself, that's a pixel I have to aim at, in no way do I want to challenge it. But ScreaM is going to be best in that scenario, as long as he's playing to his full potential, of course. But because he has arguably one of the top 2 aims in the world, when he's playing that well and he goes for those types of position, he's going to have a lot of success. Now, while I was rambling on about the Cash game, we were already looking at train footage, so let's look back quick at this post-plant setup. RPK gets the running Tech 9 entry kill on the player playing close, and ScreaM peeks out and finds another guy instantly. Now, the decision to wrap around behind to come take this balcony position, I feel, is a bit baity, but it's the type of thing a star player needs to do. Why? Because this top position is going to be the best place for him to clutch the round ultimately. Now, it's going to expect shox to have to pick up his own weight on the site by himself while all the rotation comes in, but shox is more than capable and gets multiple frags on the point and survives just fine. But ScreaM set himself up in order to be the star player who wins the round for his team with that positioning. So we just watched round 7. That was the first round G2 won. Now we're moving on to round 9 because they lost the following round and got reset, but they were able to buy the round thereafter. The team flooded into outer, and as soon as his team had forward positions, ScreaM set himself up for the late game play. Catches a player jumping out of smoke to try to get a cheeky flank, and with perfect crosshair placement is able to tap down Cold Zera. Smokes off Pop Dog to delay any cheeky push so he can utilize E-Box to zone the entire A site. RPK goes down mid-map, and now he's stuck in a 2v2. Still zoning, looking, plenty of time to play with, so he wants to find and catch out one of the LG players peeking for information too early. Doesn't find him, so goes over to set the bomb down. Now this post-plant positioning was shocking to me. Train is one of the hardest sites to retake because oftentimes players can be hiding in any little corner you can think of. But because he's playing with shox, him and shox are so talented at this game. They set up with 2 players in the same spot looking at ranged engagements. This is genius. It's a way for them to unlock the fact that they have better aimers than LG. Amazing flick onto Fallen's head, and now he knows where the last player is. He was able to get all that information with that aggressive positioning. Now Taco did end up killing shox, making that clutch a little bit hairy, but this is the type of big balls play you can make when you have the aim of the top players in the world. The very next round, round 10, G2 still trying to claw their way into this T side of Train. Gets some presence in mid, and they actually have the bomb down because they were able to get enough smokes and nades to get control of outer. But all of his teammates, who were set up in more difficult to defend positions, arguably, were taken out. ScreaM in a 1v2 sets up behind the E-Box to have perfect mechanical counter-strafe peeks, tapping down F and X from around the corner, but also buying a lot of time in these engagements. He even got incredibly close to taking down Taco. The bullet tracers were whizzing just past his head, and he ends up winning the round due to the CT side's lack of kit anyway. This is what I mean. If we compare to how ScreaM has played Counter-Strike in a lot of other lands, I think this aggressive, confident positioning playstyle is what unlocked his ability to post up lots of frags. And I gotta say, ScreaM doesn't have the early round potential that shox does, but if you put him in a position to make some crazy plays, he will come out. And that's exactly what this Audacious close to team main position is. He looks like a fish in water when aiming at multiple targets. It just goes to show you how much thousands of hours of those aim maps can really do for you. Well, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please be sure to comment, like the video, and share it with your friends. I've been Frito for CSGO Station. I'll see you guys next time.